Gavin and I went to a selective high school, and and it was just not. You weren't supposed to do this sort of thing, like the populations. We had a fence down the middle of the playground, and boys were on one side and girls on the other, and we used to sort of gather at the fence in the middle, as you'd imagine. And one day, I don't know really what happened, somebody threw a rock through one of the windows, which was, unheard of in a selective high school. And everybody sat in the playground and sang When the Red Revolution Comes. And we got into huge trouble. And maybe you were away that day, Gavin.
He threw the rock. He threw the rock, yeah.
One of the girls have, don't worry, didn't hide.
Also, when we first moved down here, we went to Cobargo. We lived in Cobargo. We had a few acres just outside Cobargo. And it was a great place to be because we were fairly close to 40. Well, I was 40. John's younger than me. And we thought, unless we move now, we won't ever do it. One of those life-changing things. So we moved down to Cobargo, and we were very lucky to pick up work down here. So Tony and Robin were very important to us then, and still are, because our kids joined the swimming club, and it was a start sort of to their social life down here, and ours as well. Also at Cobargo were Denise, Tony, Betsy as well, and they were we all formed a particular...
staff room you had.
I wouldn't like to say it was a sort of club. We did.
I understand.
But remember the Murrays used to have all those barbecues on football days? Yes. We used to all gather at Corma to celebrate. I hated football, but it was quite a nice social occasion. We do have apologies from some of our kids, of course, from Ellie, who went back over to Fiji, who should be there for another couple of years.
Dancing naked on the table.
No, actually, our kids are far more conservative than I am. And Joanne just sent a message to say that she couldn't be here, and of course Fiona. I'd just like to thank Lee Gill. Of course, I know you're the main person behind all this, Lee, as usual. And when your retirement dinner comes up, I'm organising it to get that. You too, Barty. You too, Artie. You too, Jane. And BB. Now, you're out of the system now, BB, but I had some hand in organising yours a while ago in the same venue. Do you realise that some of the money you've paid for the food tonight actually buys a present for us? Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
No, she's taking a bloody speech.
Oh, sorry. It's a big umbrella that will be on the front veranda at 69, unfortunate number, Bay Street.
Breaking the house then. You pick that number off it.
No, when we found out,
What did you call your first property?
Oh yeah, our first property was called Fuck You. Tim's just reminded me. Anyway, it's a big umbrella that goes on the front veranda. You might think a big umbrella, so what? But this is a really big one, and it's a canvas one to withstand the wind, and it goes into a plate on the front veranda, so it's a real fixture there. So when you're going past and the umbrella's up, you have to stop.
If it's in the thing, don't call it because you're not.
When the umbrella
So
goes away,
thank you,
the house is
everybody.
attached.
What's that, Doc?
You've got to make sure nobody burns it over the weekend.
Oh, that other one at the bar on the Oval, back to school, yeah. Now, it was very nice the netball people turning up, and you know, Charlene was a senior. No, wrong. Citizen of the Year, sorry, Tony. And we were all so happy about that. Yes, I do miss you guys. I didn't think, you know, I walk past the school. I try to walk past the school before it starts in the morning, but I
can't
usually
get in, can you?
I still run past Tom in the morning, and then I'm sort of busy doing stuff in the afternoon. But so I'll get over all that in time. Now, I think there's a lot of skills that I learned at school that have been very useful on council, like do your homework. You've got to do your homework. You always have to do your homework in teaching, be prepared. And it might not be 50 hours a week, but it is quite a few hours. It's a bit like school. It's what you put into the job. I mean, you can do quite a big, heavy week, or you can just go there from 9 to 3:30. That's at school. But council's a little bit like that too. If you do your homework, you have to be prepared to put in a few extra hours. And also communicating, listening. Now, I wander around the streets of Bega or wherever I am, and people come up and say, I voted for you. Now, I want to talk about they're getting used to that sort of thing. Yeah, do you want to talk about Foxy, Bob?
I'll do a Foxy story. Go on. I love that story.
The Foxy story.
Go on, Bob. You say Fox.
Do it later, Bob.
Okay, we'll do that later. When I first got to Bega High School, I was really worried about some of the things that were happening at Bega High School, and now I'm really worried because I can't remember what I was worried about. It's a bit like that because I've been there so long. But the funny story about the integration officer at Bateman's Bay, there was this guy, who, I won't mention his name, who was supposed to come down and help with integration assistance, you know, for kids with various needs. And I thought, oh, gee, this is good. I won't have to write out all these forms. So I rang up Bateman's Bay office and they said, yes, he can come down and help you, but he leaves Bateman's Bay office at 9 o'clock and he has to be back at 3:30. So 2 hours from Bateman's Bay down, this sounds familiar, Jenny? 2 hours back, which meant that he could give you an hour's assistance in the middle of the day if you were luckily off your class. So I thought that was a great one. I have to blame the arts faculty for the terrible smell in my staff room. Sometimes I walked in the staff room, it was so embarrassing. It smelled like someone had farted. Horribly farted. And I thought, first of all, it was the Year 9 students, but it wasn't. It was the drains from the art faculty next door.
Drains from room 26 into the art room.
Yes, we notified Jim Connolly over a decade.
Oh, just going to go back.